So guys, as usual, please read the disclaimer. This webinar or market overview is only my view for the market. There is no, don't take any of those trades just because I'm saying so. So it's the way I see the market, and that's the only reason I'm showing this. You should do your own research if you want to trade, yeah? So, welcome to this weekly overview, and as usual we will get started with Dixie. And one more time, welcome everyone. Please do share this over social medias, so we got more traders get the benefit of this, yes? And if you do like it, don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, it looks like we are already more than 20 people watching, so I will keep going. And one more time, I have another warning that my signal is low. Are we good, guys? Please put your settings on HD to get a better picture, yeah? Don't forget that. Yeah, I see, Jonathan, that it is a bad connection. I'm trying one more time here, and I hope that we can do this live today. Otherwise, I'll maybe have to make a recording instead of that, yeah? So, are we okay now? Do you still have problem with sound and picture? For me it looks like we're good to go, yeah? Can anyone confirm if the sound is and the picture are back? Guys, do you hear me? Looks like we still have some trouble. Everything is green from my side now, so it should be okay. Please, if you hear me, guys, write that in the chat so I know if I will keep going or not. Okay, good. So let's get started before we have more trouble with the internet. We start with the Dixie and the daily. As I showed you last week, guys, I was expecting something like this on the Dixie, and a possible correction to the upside, and possible inverted head and shoulders. We got a part of that, but the pattern is not complete yet. So the levels for the Dixie for more correction to the upside, we want to see the 97.50 broken to the upside for possible more correction higher, yeah? This area here, this neckline should be broken, and to see if the Dixie gonna give us an inverted hand and shoulder and a retest at least of for the highs of the channels, or possibly even more to the 99.50 if we got the break of the neckline. For the downside, we're still looking at this area where we have the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement and the 96.50 where we have this rejection on the daily, yes? So for the downside, we want to see that this level keep holding and get rejection. Otherwise, there is we are only sideways on the Dixie so far. Okay. Good. Gold. Still performing very, very well as we expected from last week, and when we published this idea that we're gonna look for a possible reversal at this level, and we got a very, very strong reversal to the downside. I was talking about the 1260 level, that it's a major important level that we should keep watching, and that level is now broken, and it looks like the pressure from the upside is very, very strong. As you see, those candles are very, very big and going fast to the downside. Next level to look at on gold is the 1250. I think it's a level that may gold have some trouble at, and it is the area where the gold is testing right now, but it looks like we did break this low, and we still have a pressure to the downside. If the 1250 will get broken, then we surely gonna see a retest of the 1245 area down here. Yeah. So far gold looks like more to the downside for me. This pressure is very strong to the downside. We're seeing a huge bearish candle every time the price start moving down. Yeah. Silver doing the same as expected also. Let me clear those. Those were explanation for on a lower time frame that we should be looking for a retracement to this level to add more sells, and that's what's happened. But this spike was crazy. I think no one had the opportunity here to get a short, because the stop loss should be huge to make this sell. But the next day we had another retest of this area here, and silver kept making new lows, so it still looks very bearish as for now. You see those huge bearish candles we're getting. We got a flag, and that got broken also on Friday, and the pressure still look strong to the downside, and there is a possibility that we retest the lows around the 16 for the silver. Yeah, it wasn't able to make new high here, so there is more to the downside for silver in my opinion. Not this one. Let's take the right oil. I am still bearish, guys, on oil. There is no reason to think something else about oil. We are still trading in this down channel. We did with this huge bearish engulfing candle, we did break to new low now, and we did establish it a lower low. So for oil, we maybe want to look for a correction higher to a retest of this broken structure, and at that same level we have also the top of the down channel, and will give you, if it give you bearish evidence at this level, that will give you another shorting up possibility on oil, because as I said, we're still making lower lows on this one. We have this level here right now where oil did stop, as you see here. This level here is where oil got rejected a little bit. It is the 45.20 area. So if you take a short from the top of the channel, then your take profit should be at this level, or take half of your position and let the rest to see if it's gonna break this low or not. As far as this channel is not broken to the upside, I will keep looking to shorting oil. So we start with Forex and with Aussie Chief. Aussie Chief did break the downtrend channel now, and as you see, the bulls were very strong when the price reached this level. It did actually break to new lows, but then as you see here, the bulls were waiting at this level and found lots of buyer at this level, and we did break a couple of highs now. As you see here, those highs are broken, and we keep heading up. The level I will be looking at is a correction back down to the 0.73 area at this level here. That should be a good level to try to find an entry reason long for a retest of the highs here, or a retest of this level. The 0.75 area should be a good target on Aussie Chief. That's what I'll be looking at. If price keep heading up without a correction, which should be something like that, I will be looking at the 0.75 for a possible correction down in that case. But I will gladly see the correction first back down here to the neckline to try to ride this move to the upside. Yeah. Aussie Jappy did also break this downtrend, and we had a major move to the upside Thursday, and Friday price kept heading up, tried to break these highs, but then got some rejection and closed back at the same level as those highs. We didn't get a real close above those highs to make me more sure that we will keep heading up, but in any case, this downtrend look broken now. We did break this high, we did break this high, but we had a close below those highs that was not broken yet. So the downtrend is clearly over on this, and I will be looking for this new trend line now for a possible correction to the downside. To a retest of the break of those high would be a good place to try to find entry reason long. If we take our Fibonacci retracement tool for this whole move, you see that we have the 38 at the trend line, and we have the 61.8 at this structure here, which should act as good support now. And those are the level that I will be looking at to try to find the entry reason long on Aussie Jappy. Yeah. Aussie New Zealand was waiting for this reversal for a while now. It have been going sideways in this this very tight channel now, and boring us out. But then Thursday we got this major move to the upside. We did break some highs, but then on Friday it did find some resistance, or let's call it maybe correction. When we look at it on the 4 hour, you see that we kept going sideways. Price didn't do a lot, and did a retest of this broken structure. So what I'm looking at is where price is testing right now. I will be looking for bullish evidence for a possible continuation up to at least retest of these levels up here, yeah, because looks like this strong momentum to the downside is now broken. We did new higher lows and new higher highs now, but we need some more momentum to the outside, to the upside. If you did take the break of this wedge here and you got this this move to the upside, you should keep holding this trade and have this high up here as your first target, yeah. So what we'll be looking at is a break of this flag now. We want to see break to the upside for a continuation higher on this pair, yeah. Aussie USD. Let's go to the daily, and you see that this double bottom did work very, very well. As you see here, we had this double bottom at this new established trend line now. We did break the neckline. We did a retest, a short one, and kept heading up. But as you see, Wednesday and Thursday we had some wicks coming from the upside. There is a signs that we had some sellers at this level, but then Friday looks like a stronger move to the upside anyway. The level I will be looking at for this one should be a correction back down to retest the neckline. Would be very good level to try to find bullish evidence to try to take a retest of these highs, or even to this level up here. Those of you who are holding along on this one, you depends on from which level, but if you are holding long from these lows back here, then this structure here, this neckline, you want to look at this neckline and watch if it's gonna get broken or not. It looks this leg looks very strong to the upside, and if price goes and do keep going higher without a correction down, then we should be looking to these highs for a possible reverse at this level, yeah. I think there is a bad pattern at this level too. I don't trade those a lot, but this one is very obvious, I think. Let me just put it right. Here we have the B and C was at the trend line, and the D is somewhere in this area, I think, without Fibonacci. Let's put that on too. Yeah, and the 88.6 should be the D completion. So somewhere, if Aussie USD touch this level, then you can enter a short position from that level. Okay, so 0.75, if we got a retest of that structure, you look for bullish evidence at this level for a continuation higher, or if price keep heading up, then you have this area up here for a possible shorting opportunity on this pair, yeah. CAD Chief. Now we have CAD Chief at the level that I was talking about for a couple of weeks now, that I wanted to short from this level. So I am watching where price is right now to look for some bearish evidence, and if we look left, you see why I am looking for this level for a possible shorting opportunity. We're still having lower lows and lower highs, but we did break this lower high now. but this area here should act as strong resistance in my opinion. And when we look at the RSI, we can see that we have some hidden divergence going here. You see that we have this high is higher than this one, but the RSI doing the opposite. Yeah, so there is a possibility that we may see some correction or some reversal for at least possibly a retest of this broken neckline here. Yeah, if we look at price action in this section here, you see that we had a strong break and followed by a confirmation candle, but then this section here of the price, we see some weakness. The candles are not the same strength anymore, and we see that price is not heading higher very strong anymore. The slope is not as strong either. So that's why that make me start looking for possible shorting from this level on this pair. Yeah. Let's see, someone is asking if we are on. Yes, we are. Just a moment, I will just write in the chat room and see if everyone hear me. Please, those of you who hear me, let me know if the voice is sound is okay or not, so we can keep going. My God, this is the first time we have so much trouble with the connection. Yes, thank you, Stephen. Then we are good to go. CAD Jappy. And that was meant to write here, not in the chat. Okay, thank you guys. All everyone else have no problem, so those who have problem, just log out and enter again, please. CAD Jappy, guys, this one looks like we did find some very strong support at this level, this triple bottom looking pattern here, and we did break this high, and now we did break this high, and it looks like the up momentum is very strong. The level I am watching, if price will go and touch this this area up here for a possible bounce back down to at least retest of the neckline down here. Yeah, if we go down to 4 hour, we may see some where we can also anticipate this trend to the upside. As we see here, we did break this neckline and we did a retest of the neckline and got rejected. So what we want to see is a confirmation. We want a break above this hammer here. A break above it should be a good signal, or should be even better if price came back down, gave us another retest of this structure and the trend line and got rejected, to try to ride this one to the retest of this structure up here. Yeah, but that should be the level where you put your first stop loss, because there is a possibility that price gonna have some problem at this major structure up here. Yeah, those are the two possible ways to play this one for next week. Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie have been moving down very strongly now, but we did just reach a good support level. Looking left here, you see that we had it has been acting as resistant in the past. It got broken, retested, and kept heading higher, and the last 2 weeks, Euro Aussie had a very strong move to the downside, and Friday we had some indecision candle. And looking at the RSI, it's below the extremes now. So and we did a retracement to the 38.2 Fibonacci, where it we have that in confluence with the structure. So that's why I've started looking for a possible bounce to the upside from this level. Still, we don't have clear signals. We have this inverted hammer, but no close above it, as you see here. And those two last candle was Friday trading, so there is a possibility some short position got closed at this level. So that's why I will be waiting for next week, maybe Tuesday, to have a clear vision on this one. And if we're gonna continue this major trend to the upside, or to see if this was only a correction. The best and the safest way is, of course, a break of the trend line, retest, and a retest, at least a take profit at these levels up here, the 1.49 area, or the 1.49 area should be good level for a retest of this major structure here that got broken now. This way should be the safest way to go long on this one, because it is a counter trend, and in particular this trend here. Okay guys, Euro Chief, we were talking about this one trade in my student chat room, and we were waiting for, when we saw this break, we were waiting for the retest of this neckline and continuation, and it looks like we got that. I don't know if any one of you guys did take this long position here, because we had a retest, we had an engulfing candle. Your entry should be after the engulfing candle, and you had a very good strong momentum here. But what we're looking at now, if the price gonna break this high and keep heading higher, that if we measure this leg here, you see that we had a correction to 61.8, and I think this AB equals CD level up here, that is the first market objective to reach this, make this measured move, possible correction back down again, and a continuation higher. So if next week Euro Chief break this high and give you another correction down, that would be your level to try to find another entry reason for a long. Keep looking at this trend line for a retest of this trend line, and at that level you look for your entry reason, as it happened here. You see that the strong move was to the downside, then we start getting those stars, and then this major candle was the signal to go long. Okay, so look for something similar to this. Euro sterling, looking at the daily, guys, this major move here, this leg here is still bullish now. We do have a higher high, we still have higher lows, so far this trend, this up move is not over yet. And you see that when price reached this trend line and the 20 moving average, we got some bullishness here, so there is a possibility for a retest of these highs, maybe give us a double top before it reverse down, if it gonna give us a reversal at this level. Yeah, so for me this still keep looking that there is a possibility for at least one retest of these highs up here. On the 4 hour it's not as clear right now, but on the daily you can see that we had the give us a reversal at this. What's happened now? And we have some trouble again, guys, with the picture and the sound. Just one moment, please. Oh my God. So I think we're good to go again. I hope so. So do you see the chart again, guys? Good. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on today, but let's keep going. So as I said, Euro Jappy, Euro Sterling, the trend line is not broken, and that's why I will keep looking for trend continuation. There is some divergence on the RSI, but the lows here, this low is lower than this low, and the same is going on the RSI. So there is confluence and not convergence, not divergence yet on the RSI. Yeah. Euro Kiwi, still very strong pressure to the downside as you see, guys, but this structure down here now acting this structure here acting as good support. Looks like price stuck here, even though we had lots of pressure, we couldn't break this. If we see a break for next week of this level, then there is almost very sure a retest of the lows back down here, and maybe a close for this gap. But so far it looks like this spin bar is what holding the prices. So there is no reversal sign yet on this one, and if we want to take a counter trend on this one, we're gonna look for the same scenario, a break of this trend line and a break of these levels here, higher retest and possible continuation. Yeah, but from what it looks now, it looks like we have some more pressure to the downside, to a retest down here before we maybe get our bounce to the upside. Yeah, those are the scenarios for this one. Hello Antonio, you welcome. I think you are a bit late if you just entered the room, but this is recorded, so you can just watch it again on my YouTube channel. Euro USD, it's sideways market as the Dixie. We have a possible head and shoulders scenario here. I don't know if you see it. It's not a perfect one, but there is nothing perfect in the market. So there is this scenario right now. We did break this trend line. It looks like we are retesting it. Looking at this candle here, there is a huge rejection from this level. It looks like it had some stop loss run here, not much, but about 10 pips maybe, and maybe some traders went long when they saw this breakout here, but this rejection is very strong, and of course it make me very interested to look at what will happen now when we did a break of this trend line. We go down to the 4-hour. We were discussing this trade in my room with students, and the level I'm looking at, or the area I'm looking at, is where price is testing right now, up to the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. This area here, I'm looking for a retest of the trend line and the broken structure, and I will be looking for bearish evidence for a retest, at least a retest of these lows, or maybe even lower. Yeah, this market is still sideways, but looking at those candles here, we've never saw as strong bearish candles in the past as we see now. So there is a possibility that euro maybe want to start heading lower, but we don't know as yet, because if I want to really be sure that the euro gonna go more down, we want to see this level broken, retested, and continuation down. As for now, this level here, or if we don't have rejection at this level, of course the top of the channel is the best place to try to take a short on Euro USD. Yeah, that will give you also, I think, some divergence on the RSI, because it looks like it's not at the same levels as it was before. What measurement is your moving average? This one is the 20. It is useless at the moment because we are in a ranging market. But it is on because I did forget it. It's a ranging market, and as you see, it is useless. But if we look when market is trending, then there is a possibility that you can use it as dynamic support, as it happened here. Then it's worth to look at. But at this moment in this market, I think this moving average is useless. Yeah. Euro JAPY. So I did publish an idea about this level that we may see a bounce, but the bounce happened after I get stopped out. As you see here, I was talking about this head and shoulders and the bullish engulfing we had here, two of them, and that this support level is good level. But you see that we had some bullishness here, and when stop loss was at break even, price went back down and kicked me out. And I think many traders was trapped here because they were thinking this was heading down now when we broke this level, and then got rejected higher. So the main idea is still that this level is a strong level, and you see this bullish engulfing candle here, followed by another good candle, and we did reach the top of this down channel now. If we go down to the 4-hour, you see this channel more clear. But what we do have now, that we did break this lower channel now, is broken and retested, and we got some rejection. For a continuation of this trend to the upside, we of course should be better if we see a break of this channel. You can also play it this way. You wait for a retest of this. If we get a retest of this level here on lower time frame, maybe the 1 hour, and we start looking for possible bullish evidence down here to try to join this trade to the upside with target. The first target should be the highs here, and if these highs got broken, then we may have a break of this down channel, yeah, because short term we have very strong buyers below here. You see the size of those candles, they are very big and huge, so there is maybe a shift in the momentum and sentiment on this pair now, but no clear evidence yet. The only good evidence for bulls that we did break this channel, we do have a higher highs. We did break many highs here now. We do have one higher high above those, but as you see here, those major highs still in the way, yeah. So that what I will be looking at for this pair for the upcoming week. Sterling CAD. No, it was Sterling Aussie I want to look at. Let's go daily on this one. What I will be looking at is where price is testing right now. This structure here looks to me like a good support level now, and we did have our first rejection from this level. As you see here, it was acting at good resistance in the past, and that needed a very huge candle to break this level. So that make this level a strong level for me to look at. We did got 1 day of rejection, but no confirmation that this is reversing. You see that we went sideways, did a retest, rejected. The downtrend line is still intact, no break yet. But if we go down to the 4 hour, you see that we have a possibility of an inverted head and shoulders right now, but even that is not confirmed yet. So what we want to look at is a break of these, first this trend line and this neckline here, a break, retest, and keep heading up. So we want to see a break of this channel and a break of the neckline, which should come at this level for this pair for more high. There is some bullish divergence on the RSI too on this one, as you see here. This high is higher than this low is higher than this low, but here this low is lower than this one. So that should be a good level to watch for a possible reversal, because there is some struggle here, and we see with this bullish engulfing candle that the buyers maybe did enter the market at this level, yeah. But we want to know if this is only a correction back down, and if it will keep heading up. It should break both the trend line and the neckline of the head and shoulder. If you're talking about AJ Antonio, a retest of the top of the channel, if the channel is got broken, a retest of that level should be a much safer way to enter the trade, yeah. Sterling Jappy. It performed very well, and those of you who follow me, you know that I was talking about this level here and why it was so important. I will take you on the daily and we will talk about that. Let's put on the 200 moving average do? So last week we were talking about this major trend line. Price was heading down and we had the 200 daily moving average at the same level, crossing the same level with the trend line, and at that same level we have also this structure here that been acting as very good support in the past, and we got the this bounce to the upside as expected from down here and did break the down channel now. So it did a very good move to the upside. Now we see that we did new high, we have a higher low and another higher high. We did break those two minor highs, and it looks like we're going back down for a retest. So what I'm watching for this pair is a possible 2618 trade, because now this double bottom is confirmed. We did break the neckline, so let's see if it's gonna do a retest of the channel and bounce, or if it give me a deeper retracement. That should be much better for me, because I am looking for the 61.8 retracement that match with the neckline level, as you see here. So a 2618 possibility on this one. You can aggressive entry should be at the 61.8, or if you want to look for bullish evidence for the price action for at least retest of these highs as a first target. Yeah, that's what I'm watching for next week, guys. Sterling New Zealand, we did also break this downtrend. Let's go to the daily on this one. You see the 200 moving average is where price is playing right now. We couldn't break above it yet, but this candle we got on Thursday was engulfing, bullish engulfing candle. We did break the trend line, but we not much momentum yet. And on Friday, price start heading down again. I think if we go down to the 4 hour, you can see a clearer picture about what's going on. This looks like some consolidation down here, and the trend line was broken, and there is a possibility that we're having a retest of this trend line. So I am looking at this level where price is like right now for a possible bullish evidence. Not much of divergence on the RSI on this level here, as you see, little bit bullish divergence, but not very strong. But the level is a good level to look for buy to me, because looking at the daily, you see that this structure here was acting very good support and resistance flip zone here. As you see, support, support, support. Then when it got broken, it was acting at the strong resistance, and then got broken, retested, price kept heading up from here. That's why I'm looking at this level where price is testing right now on lower time frame, the 4 hour or the 1 hour, for a possible reversal from down here to at least retest of this level up here. Yeah, Sterling USD, lots of indecision at this level. I don't like this chart right now, but we have the bears did tell us they are strong and they are here, because you can't just ignore the strengths in this down move here. we couldn't make a new high. As you see, this was our last high, higher high. We did make a new lower low, another lower high, and another lower low. So we have some indecision the last 3 days, as you see. Rejection and doji, and this last Friday wasn't as much strength to the upside. It's a green candle, but not a strong one. So we maybe are looking at a flag here for another break to the downside to retest this structure down here. Yeah, there is a possibility that we can see that for next week. Looking at price action, you see that we have lots of wicks coming from the upside, which tell us that there is, first we had this major move to the downside, then wicks from the upside all the way, as you see here. This tell me that there is lots of selling pressure from this level, so a break of this flag should be good entry reason short, but we want to see it that it break at least these lows back down here also to be more confirmed that there is lots of sellers here. Yeah, New Zealand CAD. The uptrend line was broken clearly. Looking at those beer candles, you see that the down move was a very strong one. If we go down to the 4 hour, you see that we had this head and shoulders scenario that now the neckline was broken. The neckline was also retested when price got rejected back down. And looks like the 0.955 area, this level here, is where price did find support. But as for now, we're not making higher highs anymore and higher lows. We're making lower lows and lower highs. We couldn't break a new high, as you see here, and this Friday, the last Friday, we did see another lower high here. So what we should be looking at is if price gonna break this 0.955 level, give us a retest of this broken structure and a continuation down to a retest, maybe to this level here, the 0.935. Okay, I can't see that the bulls as strong as before anymore because of this very strong move to the downside now, and the trouble price having to make new highs make me looking for a continuation to the downside on this one. New Zealand Jappy did also reach a very good resistant level. As you see here, we have this whole structure now that been acting as very good support in the past. This flip zone now should act as resistant, and last Friday we had a test of this level up here. Looking at the RSI is also on the extremes, so there is a possibility that we may see, go down to the lower time frame, that we may see some rejection or some correction back down on this pair. You can go down to 1 hour and look for a possible double top. You see the rejection on 1 hour here, 2 pin bars, and price start heading down and make a correction up. Looks like a broken flag, but this was Friday, so there was not a much momentum. This move to the downside could be Position closing, those who went long from this whole leg maybe did close positions at this level, because it is a good support level, resistant level. So a double top scenario here should be a good place to take a short entry on this one, to at least retest of this structure here. As you see here, at least a retest of this structure down here for a first target, and if that got broken, we may see a retest of those lows too. Yeah, that was, I will be watching next week. New Zealand USD gave me a very good short last week. After I got a loss on this one, this candle did kick me out, and that what happens when you enter the market too early. I was a little bit eager to enter short on this one, and as you see, it didn't go my way. It did hit my stop loss, and then price found resistance and gave me another entry reason, and I did a good ride to the trend line down here. So now what we have is a broken trend line and strong pressure. As you see, we got this V formation now, and looks like the bears did enter the market seriously this time. Looking left, we had never before this whole move to the upside, we have never as much bearish candles and strong as we have now. So where price is testing right now is a good level to look for a possible short. You see that the trend line is broken, and we have a retest ongoing. What we want to see is bearish evidence to try to go short from this level, or if it's gonna reach the 61.8 area, should be even better. So you can go lower to 1 hour and start looking for entry reason at this level. Yeah, and you can draw another trend line to see if this gonna get broken, something like this, and at least a retest of these lows back down here and possibly more, because if this is the reverse, the major reversal we have now on this pair, then it may keep heading down for a while. Okay, and USD CAD, we were expecting a bounce at this you see this old and major trend line. I think it looks much better if we go to the weekly. You see this trend line has been tested 3 times, and this week was the fourth time test on this level. Looking at the weekly candle, it was a huge move to the downside, but if we go down to the daily, we see that price got rejected very strongly at this level with this daily candle, but we didn't have much continuation. Yeah, we got rejected back down, and now we are retesting this level once again. Go down to the 4 hour, we see that we may have a possible double bottom scenario at this level here. The RSI got oversold, and we had this bounce to the upside, and now we may have a double bottom and possible divergence on the RSI, because it looks like the RSI won't get that much momentum as the price have right now. So where price is testing right now is the level I am watching on this pair for a possible double bottom scenario for a another push to the upside on this one, especially if oil keep heading down. And last pair is USD JPY. And on this one we have also this down channel is not broken yet, but this major move here and this major rejection the day before should tell us that there is a possibility that the bulls are did enter the market, and we want to see if they want to continue heading up. Friday was a rejection on the channel, on the top of the channel looking at the daily, but if we go down to the 4 hour, it looks like more like a retest. We have a daily close above the 200 moving average now. We want to see if this level and the 200 moving average at this level too, the 110.50 gonna hold or not for next week. So the level I'm looking at is of course the 110.500, this level here, where we have the break of this neckline. If price comes to this level, give us bullish evidence for a possible continuation higher, because we do have a clear higher high now, and we have this huge rejection from these levels down here, lots of bullishness. This is a good signal that the bulls who entered this market at this level are very strong. So look at this level for a possible bounce back up from here. You don't want to see this level broken if this want to continue higher. And that was the last pair I have. As usual, lots of pairs, just because there is lots of followers who want to want me to make my analysis on the pairs they trade. So as usual, I give 5 minutes, guys. If you have any questions or if you have any other pairs you want me to look at, please write them in the chat. And while I'm waiting, please, if you like this market overview, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video in the right forums for those who want to watch it. I do this for free, and that's why your likes and comment make me keep doing this every week. You're welcome, Jonathan. See you in the student room later in 3 hours from now. Let's see, I didn't read all the chats today. Yeah, Alan, I think you had the USD JPY and the Sterling JPY now. CAD JPY also, I've done that. Any other questions, guys? Grumpy, did you go through? Yes, we did that. Both Sterling JPY and Aussie CAD, I did go through them. Just watch the recording, please, and you will find them. We did gold, Alan. The first thing we did after the Dixie was the gold. So go back and see the recording. We did the gold at the start of this webinar. Yes, Mark, we did Gauge A2 near the end. EuroCAD, I didn't do that. So let's look at that. Stephen, that's good that you did want to join the mentor program, but You know what? Even though it is 4 a.m. at your time, all the sessions gonna be recorded for the mentor program, so you can watch all the sessions and we can discuss them with me anytime you want. So if you want to join the program, I still have one seat left and we will get started today. The next program will start in about 2 months. So let's do EuroCAD. Someone asked about it. EuroCAD, we did this major move the same time when the CAD, USD CAD went down also, but this pair particularly did now break, as you see here, another new low. So we have a little bit of chance that this hold at this pin bars level here, but it looks very weak and the RSI is at the extremes. I wouldn't sell right yet because this move is very strong, and it looks like to me it looks like the move is almost done. We have this star and another star here, so there is some struggle at this level at the moment. We are at the lows of this channel. There is some resistance looking back left at this level here. So as for now, what we should be looking at is a possible correction higher and see if the neckline gonna get tested yet another time. Let me just delete this. We want to see if we're gonna get a retest of the neckline and look for rejection from this level, yeah, to try to short this another time. But I think if USD CAD do that reversal on the double bottom, that we may see this one also maybe start to heading up. Looking at the daily, the move is almost done. On the 4 hour, we still have some pressure from the upside. The only good thing for the bulls that you have this bullish divergence going on the RSI now, and that maybe give you a little bit of confidence to try to go long if it gives you a good entry reason, yeah, because the 4 hour show us that there is, looking back here, there is some structure here that may hold the price at this level, and if it is enough to make it for a reversal, that's not sure yet, yeah. So the 4 hour show us a little bit more details in the price action. Back down here at this level here, we have some support that may help this one to hold, and there is a clear bullish divergence on the RSI, so there is a possibility that you may see this bounce up next week, but the first level should be around the 200 daily 200 moving average, and the neckline here, that should be the target if you want to trade against this move, yeah. You're welcome, Chaka. Thank you. I don't think any silver. Okay, let's do the silver, and that would be the last thing we do today. Didn't we do the silver? I think we did do the silver in the start of this recording, yeah. And if you just play back the video, you're gonna see me talking about the silver in the start of this session, yeah. And we were saying that the down pressure looks very, very strong, and if you are holding a short on the silver, keep holding it. If you're not and you want to find a shorting opportunity, you should be waiting for a retest of this supply level for a possible continuation down, or if it gives you a flag and you trade the break of that flag. Yeah, there is only bears in this market so far, so just be looking for a shorting opportunity on silver. You're welcome, Zion. Catlego, you can message me on Facebook if you want to join the mentor program, and you have to do that right now because the first session gonna start today in about 3 hours. So please contact me over Facebook, and I will give you all the informations. There is only one seat left, so you have to contact me directly after this session is done. So thank you very much, guys. See you next week. Bye bye.